Up here with me. This will be it. I'm gonna rank Harry Potter.
Catch the snitch, Harry!
Hey guys, it's Cece, and today we're filming in a very awkward location so we can bring you some Harry Potter ranked lists. So Janelle is with me today to do this video.
Back again.
So this is going to be part of my HP Chats videos. They are videos where I talk about Harry Potter, because Harry Potter's great, and I like to talk about it. And today, instead of getting really in depth and talking about serious issues in Harry Potter, we're just gonna rank some of our favorite stuff.
Woo! First on the agenda, we're going to talk about our least favorite books. The hardest ranking, some may say. Our lists are very similar, so we're just going to say it together.
We're gonna go at the same time. So at the bottom of our list, our least favorite book for both of us is Chamber of Secrets.
Still great, but not as great.
Still great. They're all great, but yeah.
Number 6, Order of the Phoenix.
Harry angsts an awful lot.
And it's like a brick.
It's like refrigerator sized. Coming in at number 5, we both have Sorcerer's Stone. Still great, but it's just kinda...
It's where the magic began.
Yeah.
But Harry was also like a wee baby.
He was but 11.
And that one's like... short.
Yeah.
And then here, where we diverge, I have Goblet of Fire as number 4.
And I have Half-Blood Prince at number 4.
And then I have Half-Blood Prince at number 3.
And number 3 for me is Goblet of Fire. So I feel like I should ask, like, why do you like Goblet of Fire less than you like Half-Blood Prince? Whereas I like Half-Blood Prince less.
Are you gonna try that again? Or
No, just go for it. It's a shit show, whatever.
Alright, so I like Half-Blood Prince better because, I don't know, I just really like that one. I like the teenage hijinks. I'm very fond of those. I don't know, I think you get a lot more life at Hogwarts in the 6th book than you do in some of the others. I mean, Voldemort doesn't actually make, like, they don't fight him in this book, so...
That's true.
That's interesting.
Okay.
What about you?
I think I like Goblet of Fire slightly more because it's like the first real introduction you get to Voldemort, and it's where stuff like actually starts to get super serious. And I mean, like, the page number jumps significantly.
It starts to get super serious.
I feel like I should just leave it there.
Speaking of Prisoner of Azkaban, it comes in number 2 in our ranking.
For both of us.
Because it's great.
It's fantastic.
And that leaves only one. Deathly Hallows, the finale.
It just makes sense because it comes to a close and everything's kind of like building and wonderful and it makes us very happy. But I think we can both agree that number 2 and number 1 are kind of interchangeable depending on our mood. Are you laughing because I said number 2 and number 1?
No.
So the next thing that we are each going to rank is we're going to rank our top 5 relationships/friendships, and we're not going to differentiate which one of these they are. And Janelle is going to begin with her list.
Alright, so, number 5. Luna and the trio. I just really appreciate that, like, kind of a little bond grew in between each of them, especially Harry and Luna. But I just think it's really cute. Number 4, the Marauders. I love the Marauders. I just love them.
Like, this doesn't actually express the passions that she has for the Marauders.
I love them.
She can't fully articulate.
No, I should be wearing, like, my Marauders dress. Alright, number 3.
It's real, she has that.
The trio. I mean, you know, the golden trio. You can't beat that. 2, Hermione and Ron. They're super cute. They had that, you know, romantic tension. It was a 7-book leading up to the relationship.
It was quite a slow burn.
That's a slow burn.
Slow burn.
That's a real slow burn. And number 1, Remus and Sirius. Take that as you will.
And now, my favorite relationships or friendships. Coming in at number 5, I've got Harry and Ginny. I just think that their relationship overall was really well developed over the course of the books, and it makes me all warm inside and happy and stuff. At number 4, I've got the Marauders also, though I don't have quite the passion for them that Janelle does, because I feel few people have such passion for them. I still think that they're a fantastic group of friends, and overall, they're just great. At number 3, I wanted to talk about, I get to list Ginny again. Ginny and her brothers, but especially her relationship with Fred and George. It's not a main focus of any of the books, but all of them have this kind of thing throughout where you get to see more and more of Ginny's relationship with her brothers, and it's really sweet, and I love how she kind of learns to hold her own against them, and yeah. Coming in at number 2, obviously, I also had to list the Golden Trio. They're like the pinnacle of friendship. So, I mean, that obviously had to be in there. And number 1 has to be Ron and Hermione. I will have passion for them and their sweet, sweet romance forever. I adore them.
Time for some controversy. Let's talk about our least favorite things about the series.
Okay, this is where it comes to the thing where if any of you want a whole video detailing either of our thoughts about anything on this list, go ahead and leave a comment below. We talk about this a lot, so we both have many thoughts.
It's only because we love that we criticize so harshly.
Exactly. So now I'm going to list my 5 things that are my least favorite things about the series, and coming in at number 5, I've got Dumbledore in general / Dumbledore's relationship, or how people think of him like after his death. I think that it's like really unhealthy, his relationship with everyone in general, and then after his death, I think that people idolize him when they maybe should have started to realize that there were issues with him, like the wrong people started calling attention to his wrongdoings. At number 4, I want to talk about Tonks. I kind of have an issue with the fact that Tonks gets so lovesick as the stories go on that she kind of ceases to be the wonderful Tonks that I fell in love with early on. It's just overall an issue I have with her. I think that it seemed a bit out of character for her to get quite that lovesick over a man, and so suddenly. At number 3, Snape's redemption. There's no. I feel like I can't elaborate on this or else I'll get super duper angry, but Snape doesn't have a redemption. Snape's still a super bad guy, and the fact that Harry stands up and he's like, I'll redeem Snape for all he's worth is like, no. At number 2, I want to list the epilogue, and my main reason for this is that I don't really like the fact that everyone just kind of gets paired off with everyone else that they went to school with. It's not very realistic. It's kind of a happy ending where the series was definitely had these dark strains throughout. And coming in at number 1 is Molly's relationship with literally any woman in the books. She's a great mom to Harry and Ron. She's welcoming. He needs that mother figure in his life, but she has incredibly toxic relationships with most of the women in the story, and her treatment of Fleur and Hermione is something that I kind of won't ever get over.
My turn. Number 5. I wish there were more ladies in the book. I think that the fact that Hermione is such a great female character allows the series to get by without being criticized for the weakness of some of the other female characters. And the fact that there could have been more of them. Number 4, Snape. Fuck Snape.
You can't
Number
say
3.
that on this video.
Number 3, Molly. Most of the same things that Cece just said. I just don't like her relationship with the women in the books. I think it's really toxic. I hate how she treats Fleur. I know they're all pally by the end and they turn Fleur into a mini Molly, but I just don't like it. I just think it didn't do service to the characters. I wasn't about it. 2, Remus and Tonks, their relationship, I don't understand it. I loved Tonks when she was introduced in Order of the Phoenix. I thought she was a great character. I thought she was so fun and spunky and could be one of the female, add to the female characterness of the books. And instead, she turned into this sad, lovesick puppy who couldn't do anything and literally lost what made her special until a man validated her with his love. One, the epilogue, everyone getting paired off. I mean, jeez, how many people are there in the Wizarding World? There are like 20 of them? They all married each other. Everyone at Hogwarts is gonna be like first cousins. It's gonna be super gross. But I don't know. I like I said, I love the seventh book is my favorite book, but the epilogue, I'm kind of just like, I read it, I'm like, alright, JK, okay, that's nice.
I know, it's interesting that we both have that as our favorite book when we both have such, like, issues with the epilogue, but...
Whatever. Fleur and Teddy, don't get me Victor and Teddy. Don't get me started on Victor and Teddy. I'm like 90% sure they're related in some way.
It's out there.
It's out there. Conspiracy theories with Cece and Janelle.
So the next thing that we are going to talk about is we're going to talk about our top 5, like, cry moments, or the moments that made us, like, cry the hardest throughout the series, basically. And these, I think, for both of us are kind of deaths. So if you didn't already guess, this video has many spoilers. Janelle, over to you.
Number 5, when Hedwig died. She was such a nice bird. She didn't do anything wrong. I don't know, I was sad. Number 4, in the first book, well, she's talking about how much I love the Marauders. This is an example of it. In the first book, in the first chapter, when they talk about how James and Lily dying, just sometimes when I read it, it just gets me so much. I will start crying. I will just start to cry at the sadness at these two great people dying.
21 years old.
20, like, now.
Oh, we're their age now.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And I don't know. It just always gets me. Number 3, when Harry goes to die. I think that's always so sad. 2, when Dobby dies. And this has become sadder to me as each time I read the books.
Yeah,
because
definitely.
The first time you read the books, I don't know, for me personally, I was kind of like, oh, Dobby's kind of annoying. Shut up, Dobby. But, like, the more I read the books, the more I love Dobby.
Yeah.
And the sadder I get at his sad death.
I know, like, I feel like I cry kind of less every time I read the books, except for Dobby, where I cry more.
And number 1, Sirius. I love Sirius. It was so sudden and shocking. And I was like, oh! Even though I'd seen the movie already, but I'm so sad.
That's right, you had it. Alright, so now I'm going to do my 5 most crying moments, and my number 5 is also Hedwig. Why? You cannot kill pets. That should be, like, a law amongst all books. You can't kill pets.
Well, except Wormtail.
Oh.
He was a pet.
Okay, never mind, that was okay. My number 4 is kind of a combo. It is the times when Ginny, Hagrid, and McGonagall each think that Harry is dead, and their individual reactions just kind of, like, break me. There's, like, that line in the 7th book where Harry's, like, he hears a sound that he didn't think McGonagall was capable of because she thinks he's dead, and that, like, breaks me inside. Number 3, I also have Dobby. That's just, like, super duper sad. I don't know what to tell you. If you're not really upset...
Best house elf.
If you're not really upset by that, I don't know who you are.
He's so cute.
And number 2, I also have to list Sirius. I had not seen the movie yet. That was actually the first book that I read before I saw the movie, and it was so sudden. I was reading it at, like, camp or something, and it, like, totally upset me. Our art's falling off the walls. Oh! After that brief interruption, everyone made it through. It's okay. But yeah, Sirius dying. Super duper sad. And then my number 1, the moment I will cry hardest at every time I read the series, no matter what. Fred. That's like the most upset I've ever been while reading a book, and it's just gonna stay with me forever. And for a while I had the page number memorized because it just, like, upset me, and I just think about
that number. You were like, I hate that number.
No, like,
so
like me and my high school friends would just be like, that page number, and I just, like, get upset because I was so upset about it. It made me so sad.
You're such a nerd, Jesus Christ.
You can't say that either!
What? Say whatever I want. And now, after that depressing trip through deaths of Harry Potter, let's talk about the moments that made us the happiest.
So the moment at the bottom of my list of happiest moments is seeing Hogwarts for the first time, or like hearing Hogwarts described for the first time. It's just such a magical experience, and it always transports me back to the first time I read the books. My number 4 is that scene in Deathly Hallows when Neville pulls Gryffindor's sword out of the hat, and I just, yeah! Because I love my man Neville, and I feel like that was the moment that I was like, yes.
Neville so much.
Exactly, and my love for Neville was validated. My number 3 is also from Deathly Hallows, and it is when Ron shows up in the forest and saves Harry from the Horcrux when they're like diving and getting sword. It just like, their conversation that they have like re-solidifies their wonderful friendship, and I was just like, Ron's back! Everything's gonna be okay now. Coming in at number 2, I just wanted to say Luna's room when they see it in Deathly Hallows is just... it's so beautiful, and the fact that she feels so deeply for all of them just makes me love Luna more every time I read the books, and her murals are just so sweet. And number 1 is the Ron and Hermione kiss, also in Deathly Hallows, because apparently that's where all my favorite moments are.
It makes sense.
It makes sense, it's my favorite book. But just like the build that's been going on for so many years, and I love that Ron has this moment where he lists something she cares about, and like even in the midst of everything going wrong, they just come together, and it just fills my heart with joy.
Right, then my top 5 moments. 5 from Deathly Hallows, the Resurrection Stone scene where Harry goes to die, and then he calls back Remus and Sirius and his parents, and I just think that's such like, I don't know, I just think it's such a beautiful scene as they talk him through death. And I don't know, it's like a sad scene, but it also makes me really happy.
He gets to talk to people again.
Yeah.
Which he like longs for the whole story.
Yeah. Number 4, the Ron and Hermione kiss. Ditto to what Cece said, basically. It's just, it's so much build up. It's build up, it's the payoff, it's great. 3, the end of Deathly Hallows, not the epilogue, the chapter before that, where everything's, you know, nice. When he buries the wand with Dumbledore, I just think that's a really nice moment. You know, everything's good. The end of Prisoner of Azkaban, I think is... I don't know, I just love they're on the train, and the letter from Sirius arrives, and he reads it, and Harry finally feels like he has, like, a family member that loves him. And I just thought that was, like, so nice. And my favorite moment is seeing Hogwarts for the first time. That description in Sorcerer's Stone, it just... I don't know, it just fills me with such like a sense of wonderment no matter how many times I read it. It just makes me so happy, and it makes me feel like, oh, I'm so excited to read the series again. I can't wait to go through all these adventures and see the characters grow. And I just feel so attached to it.
Well, and then I think that we've both gotten like much more attached to the visual of Hogwarts, like when we went to the studio tour in London and you walk into the last room and see Hogwarts, like... I still feel like I was so emotionally taken by it because of my connection to that scene. So,
yeah.
Hogwarts, man. I'm gonna go there. Or at least Harry Potter World in Florida. Okay, so thank you for sticking with us through this video at this awkward angle as the sun goes down and things are collapsing. I hope you enjoyed hearing us list some of our favorite things about Harry Potter.
We sure know how to list.
We sure know how to list. Thank you so much to Janelle for agreeing to do another video with me. You guys have said that you like Janelle being in videos, so I'm very happy to keep her doing videos with me. Okay, so in the comments below, let me know what your like top 5 happiest moments are about the Harry Potter series in general. It's such a happy series.
Or your life.
Or your life. What are your happiest moments for you? What are your accomplishments? Leave that below. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to Janelle for being here, and I will see you in another video very soon. Bye!